and welcome to the Dream Your Dreams series. I'm Pauline, Linam, Community Outreach Coordinator for Arkansas Career Pathways at Arkansas Northeastern College. Our focus is on interviewing. Whenever you meet someone new, you size them up. In about a minute, you can decide whether or not you like them. Hiring managers are good at sizing people up, too. They see lots of job applicants, and they can tell in a flash who will fit in and who won't. In a job interview, the goal is to show that you fit in. Companies like candidates who know what they want. They're also impressed with someone who has done some digging before arriving at the interview. Make the effort to research your target organization, and you'll find yourself ahead of the competition. Given two equal candidates, the one who shows the most interest usually wins. You can find out about larger organizations by using the web search engines, or even better, by going to your target organization's website. In an interview, your job is to sell yourself, so you need to know precisely what you're selling. Once you define that, you can apply these insights to the needs of your target company. Connecting the two successfully is the best way to get yourself hired. Above all else, be authentic. You wouldn't wear a white suit to a funeral, and you wouldn't wear cargo shorts to an interview. With any organization, the way to dress is the way you would dress if you got the job. If you don't know what that is, ask. If you can't get any information on the company's style of attire, dress a little more formally than you think you might need to. Personal grooming is part of your dress too. Take extra time to look great. If you're still not sure what not to wear, then click on our link, What Not to Wear. This may seem obvious, but if you're not on time for your interview, the game is over. Getting there early allows you to take a few deep breaths, organize your notes, refresh your memory on a few points that you found difficult in your practices, and scan any company materials that may be available in the waiting room. It also allows you to answer the call of nature, if there is a call, and to make any last-minute appearance adjustments. The result? You'll feel better about yourself. You'll be more relaxed in the interview. So leave plenty of time. Get there early. It gives you a psychological edge. Most people don't get the job because they don't sell themselves. Most interviews begin with the question, "Tell me about yourself." Talk about your accomplishments, skills, and abilities, not your childhood, family, hobbies, or interests. Show what you can do for the company. You know which skills and requirements the manager is looking for, so explain what you can deliver. Participate in the conversation. Use examples or stories to explain what you mean. Look the manager in the eye. Use your hands to illustrate what you mean. Smile. Add a little humor when you can. Most people won't say whether they want the job or not, so make sure you do. For example, "Miss Smith, I'm a fast learner. I try to give more than what's expected. I'm easy to get along with, I like what I see here, and I want this job." You're going to be asked some questions, but there are some tricks to answering them well. Don't ramble. Shorter answers with stronger points are better than disorganized babble. Look the interviewer in the eye when you're answering. Gather your thoughts. If you need a minute to collect your thoughts in order to answer a specific question, feel free to say, "I need to think about that for a moment," or "That's a great question." Usually at the end of an interview, you'll be asked if you have any questions. If you don't ask anything, it can be taken as a sign of a lack of interest. For more information on the 50 questions to expect during an interview, go to our website and click on the link or talk to your Career Pathways counselor. Hiring managers agree. Enthusiasm separates the winners from the losers. Be extra courteous. Say hello, smile, and be friendly to everyone you meet. Offer a professional greeting. When you meet the manager, stand up straight. Look him or her in the eye, smile, extend a firm handshake, and say, "Miss Smith, thank you so much for taking the time to interview me for your whatever position you're applying for." Show respect for the manager's position. Address the manager as Mr. or Ms. unless they ask you to call them by their first name. Show that you're courteous. Ask for a short tour of the facilities before the interview begins. Have a sense of humor. We're attracted to happy, optimistic, humorous people. Think can do. If a manager says you don't have a certain skill or enough experience, don't surrender. Most managers want to see whether you'll fight for what you want or just give up. Let your body language do some talking. Sit near the edge of the chair with both feet on the floor. Visualize your ideas and use your hands to illustrate what you mean. Look the manager in the eye. Use facial expressions to emphasize important points. Have a reason for wanting to work there. Visit the company's website and Google the company's name for news. Participate in the conversation. The interview should be a 50-50 conversation. Don't be a motor mouth who never stops talking. And become a storyteller. You probably have a great reason for choosing your line of work. When the manager asks, "What made you decide to become a mechanic?" Tell your story. Include lots of details and use body language to bring your story to life. Your interview isn't over when you walk out the door. As soon as you get home, write a short thank you note to your interviewer. You appreciated the time they spent with you and the chance to learn more about the job and the organization, so tell them. Ironically, in a recent study, it showed that people who wrote a simple thank you note after the interview were 6 times more likely to get the job. Just remember, in the interview, let who you really are shine through. If you need additional assistance, contact your Career Pathways counselors, Beverly Rogers, Mary Gaston, or Barbara Baker.